A Fox News alert: the world's leading terror sponsor launching its first direct military assault against Israel. Iran's Revolutionary Guard retaliating after two of its officials, one of them being its top official, were killed in a strike at a consulate in Syria earlier this month. Here to break down the terror regime's goal of reshaping the Middle East and the world as we know it, Iran scholar and author Behnam Ben Taleblu. Behnam, thank you very much for being here. What is their goal, and do they think they advanced the ball down the field last night?
Pleasure to be with you. In essence, I think the regime is trying to enact a death by 1,000 cuts strategy against Israel. We know that for 45 years it's had enmity, ideological and strategic, with the Jewish state. And when it says death to Israel, it means it. When it says death to America, it means it. But unlike other actors, this regime knows how to fight to live another day. So I think last night was just the beginning of a change that we're seeing in the security posture of the world's foremost state sponsor of terrorism. So expect more, not less, public operations.
So that's interesting, because you could have a debate about whether or not the Iranian leadership and regime is a rational actor. You're sort of saying they're both, that they have this ideological bent, but they're not suicidal. So they want death to Israel, but they're going to inform the world that they're going to attack because it serves their purposes for now in pursuit of a larger goal.
That's right. Some would say the word for this is means ends rational. They may have irrational ends, but they can logically and rationally follow those ends using the limited means they have. And just look at what they struck Israel with last night. Cheap, low and slow-flying drones and more expensive, high and fast-flying ballistic missiles. Both of these are replacements for the fact that the Islamic Republic of Iran has an exceptionally outdated air force. These are weapons of the weak, but the Islamic Republic has become home to the largest ballistic missile arsenal in the Middle East, and it's been turning that into its advantage.
So if they do they have weapons capable of surpassing these missile defense systems, and they intentionally did not use them?
I think they have a lot more of the same. So sometimes they say quantity has a quality of its own.
Sure.
There were reportedly only 200 to 300 cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and drones employed last night. Tehran could employ probably hundreds more, marry them up with even cheaper drones, for example. The Islamic Republic has a lot more lethality, mobility, survivability behind its ballistic missiles. I fear that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
So you say death by 1,000 cuts, that might be their strategy. In pursuit of that goal, then what do future cuts look like? Why would you anticipate Iran continues to try to get at the state of Israel and the United States?
Well, first, it has a diplomatic strategy to stop the normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel at all costs. Second, it wants to pick off U.S. regional partners like the UAE, like some of the Gulf Cooperation Council states, get them to hedge a bit more. Third, it wants to integrate China and Russia much more into the security architecture of the region. Those are Iran's lawyers, after all. And fourth, it wants to continue to animate a boom and bust cycle of violence against Israel from wherever it comes, from the Gaza Strip, from Lebanon, from Syria, and to force Israel to essentially be eradicated. And that's why they've encircled Israel with a ring of fire of Iran-backed weaponry, drones, missiles, rockets, you name it.
Real quick, Behnam, do you anticipate a retaliation from Israel, and how large?
I certainly do, even though there are some troubling signs that the Biden administration may be backing away already or trying to put handcuffs on Israel. I think especially after a post-October 7 Middle East, it would be impossible to think of a world where the Israelis would not. I don't necessarily think they're going to go for nuclear facilities, but I do think they're going to try to engage in deterrence by punishment.
Behnam, thank you for your time. An Iran scholar from FDD, thank you for being here.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.